The best of money matters. Right Business.
Welcome to The Right Business, where we dive into the stories of trailblazers who dare to disrupt the status quo, find the gap in the market to find the right business. Hello, I'm Hongbin Jeong. Now, Ravi Prasad's journey into the world of wellness began with a deeply personal experience that challenged everything he knew about medicine. This is when he turned to Ayurveda and discovered the healing power of natural ingredients that he found true relief. So he created Almora Botanica, which is a brand built on the belief that the best skincare solutions are those that honor the body's natural balance. And to share more about his journey in Almora Botanica, joining us today is Ravi Prasad, who is the co-founder and CEO of Almora Botanica. Hi, Ravi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi. Wonderful to be on the show.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ravi, it seems like you started Almora Botanica because of your personal experience with Ayurveda. Can you share, how your own health journey, particularly with asthma, influenced your decision to embrace Ayurveda and ultimately led to the creation of Almora Botanica?
Yes, indeed, it was the starting point and a turning point in my life. When I moved to a city called Bangalore in India many, many years ago, there was a breathing distress that immediately gripped me because I just had constant breathing problem and I was taking all sorts of allopathic medicines, which were fine for symptomatic relief, but the recurrence was there and the recurrence became more and more frequent. I was in Himalaya, which was a Ayurvedic company based in Bangalore. And somebody advised me to take a product of theirs for immunity, and I started on a very high dose of that. It was miraculous. The breathing distress episodes that I used to have slowly started diminishing, and eventually they just vanished. It was as if I had a new life, I had a new avatar that Ayurveda had given me. Mm-hmm. It contained what is now a superfood called moringa, So moringa was the main ingredient in the product, which improved phytotaxis, or the movement of white blood cells, trapping and destroying, the disease-producing either bacteria or virus or allergens.
I see.
So it was wonderful for me, and that's when I decided that I'm going to stay in Ayurveda and try and take Ayurveda outside of India.
I see. So let's talk more about Almora Botanica. Share with us about the products that you've developed. What makes them unique and how do they reflect your philosophy of combining ancient wisdom with modern innovation?
Although there are many Ayurvedic brands, they are all positioned at a level which is kind of supermarket mass level because they're really not, in terms of what they offer, they're really not offering what could be considered to be extremely pure formulations or 100% natural formulations based on green chemistry principles that are validated by clinical studies and consumer testing, allergenic testing, etc. So the idea about Almora Botanica was to come out with a range of products using Ayurvedic ingredients and blending them with Ayurvedic adaptogenic ingredients, validating the formulation by dermatologists so that any claim that we made or a promise that we claimed the product would deliver would be confirmed by the testing that the dermatologists would do. Mm-hmm. And the other was, a lot of Ayurvedic formulations are heavy, they're oily, they smell, they have a very strong fragrance. So we decided that, for the Western consumer, it's difficult for the consumer to wear something like that, apply something like that, and go out to work in the office. So we wanted to have textures that were extremely light, that did not even show on the skin, even if they were face oils or serums. And they did not make you smell like Ayurvedic garden. And that was what took us about 2 years to achieve, for which we just got a global patent. We achieved that by creating our own blend of the base. Normally, the bases are bought off the shelf. So we created the base by blending 7 cold-pressed oils blended at different centrifugal velocities, different temperatures, and the blend then dissolved all the active ingredients in it. The blend we call Sapta complex. Sapta is 7 in Sanskrit, for which we have now the global patent. So that blend really made the products extremely light. They're light as air. They're almost as light as water, just 5x of water. And when you apply within 30 seconds, there's no trace of any oiliness or anything except suppleness that you feel in the skin. So that was the rationale behind bringing out Almora Botanica.
I see. Well, your products incorporate Ayurvedic ingredients combined with adaptogenic botanicals. How do these ingredients work together, and how does it create effective skincare solutions that are both, natural and high performance?
Adaptogens are ingredients that thrive in very harsh environmental conditions, and they do so by drawing upon the reservoirs of nutrients that they have, which are really, really rich. So when you extract from those adaptogens, just a tiny drop is enough for it to provide the benefits that it's supposed to provide. And when you blend those with other ingredients, which are very carefully chosen to synergize with the adaptogens, then you really start developing a very holistic formulation for skincare.
I see. And you also emphasize the use of natural ingredients for their healing properties. What other natural ingredients do you use in your products, and how do you ensure the safety, quality, and effectiveness of the ingredients in your products?
So we only use natural products. All the excipients, which are the additives, the other things that are there in the formulation, everything is natural or nature-derived. We don't use chemicals at all. Now, what is also very particular in our case is to ensure that there are no contaminants in whatever we use, be it a herb or be it the excipient. Now, the contaminants normally are heavy metals, particularly lead, arsenic, cadmium, and mercury, or there are microbial contaminants, particularly E. coli or salmonella, or there are fungal contaminants. Every batch of the herb that we use in our products is tested to ensure that there is no contaminant present in our herbs, because of which we are sourcing the herbs from the best farms around the world, which are certified for sustainability and certified for purity. So these are the farms, like in Madagascar, we have a farm for Centella asiatica, we have a farm for mango in Africa. These are all certified by Soil Association of the UK for sustainable cultivation and purity of the ingredients. And yet, once the ingredients are sourced by us, we test them for all these contaminants to ensure that no product has any contaminant that over prolonged usage can cause any damage to the consumer.
I see. Well, Ravi, you've mentioned that Ayurveda isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. So how do you tailor your formulations to suit different skin types or concerns? And could you share with us any success stories on how your products were able to address their skin concerns?
So, there is a product which is a remarkable product in terms of its efficacy for dark spots, age spots and dark spots. We call it the brightening serum. We use an extract of rainbow algae that we source from Brittany in France. And what it does is it interferes with the melanin pathway, which is the production of the dark pigmentation called melanin for producing the complexion of the skin. You have melanin receptors in the skin, and it blocks the pathway so that the melanin can't go and sit on that receptor. So if somebody has a dark spot and you apply the serum there, it will stop melanin from making that dark spot even darker. And over time, it starts reducing the spots and removing the spots entirely after about 2 to 3 months. And the results have been remarkable. For each ingredient, we have studied and, the published benefits of the ingredient. Then we tested the ingredients in our formulations in vitro first in the laboratory. Then we tested it in vivo on human volunteers. The human volunteer test was done through doctors, dermatologists. And finally, we tested the product, which is for an occlusive patch test, which is for hypoallergenicity in London. Before the final test, which was a 28-day consumer test, where consumers used our product alongside the products they normally use every day to ensure that there was no inter-product interaction, which was adverse. These are the battery of tests that we use to ensure both efficacy and safety.
Right. Your brand advocates for a holistic approach to beauty, aligning internal wellness with external skincare. So before we let you go here, Ravi, what's next for the brand? Are there new products, markets, or innovations that you're particularly excited about?
So internal wellness and external wellness, with health within and looks without on top, absolutely important and they go well together. You know, what you eat, the rest that you get, the sleep quality that you have will start showing on your skin. And therefore we advocate that, you know, whatever product you use on the skin, you are feeding good products to your skin. Please feed good products to yourself as well, because both work in tandem. But going to holistic healthcare, what is next is that we are coming out with supplements.
Okay.
So we are coming out with a range of skincare products for menopausal skin. It's undergoing clinical studies at the moment for various problems that occur in menopausal skin, so we're addressing those problems. And along with that, we will have a supplement which is being formulated for enhanced bioavailability, which essentially means that if a tablet gives you, say, 40% of what is contained in the tablet, our tablet is going to give you 60%. So the bioavailability of the active ingredient is going to be much higher in our product, for which we are applying for another global patent. So therefore, we are promoting internal wellness and external health, both in terms of lifestyle and in terms of the products.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Ravi, for joining me today.
My pleasure entirely. Thank you for having me over.
Thank you. That was Ravi Prasad, who is the co-founder and CEO of Almora Botanica. This has been The Right Business with me, Hongbin Jeong.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.